Alright, so this question is from 2025 June, paper 2, question 7 from Maths B, paper 1. Alright, so in the question it states that bag A contains 10 red counters and 5 yellow counters. 2 counters are taken at random from bag A. Complete the tree diagram below. Alright, so first of all, we know that the total is 15. It's here, the total is 15. And we are told that 10 is red. So 5 is the yellow. So it's gonna be 5 by 15. You can further simplify it and write what 1 by 3, but this is also correct and that is also correct. So not a big deal. Then like let's say if we take a red from this side, like it will make the total 14, right? Like if there are like total 15 counter and I take one counter, so from the total one will get subtracted, and since I'm taking red, so it's gonna be 9 by 14. And since I only took red, I didn't touch yellow, so the yellow will be as it is, that means 5 by 14. And always check that your T diagram adds up to 1. Like if you add them, like let's say 9 by 14 plus 5 by 14, you will always find that they add up to 1. And this is also adds up to 1. Alright, this all adds up to 1. If they adds up to 1, it means your tree diagram is going well. Alright, so here we are going the yellow pathway. Alright, the yellow part. So look, we took one yellow, so that would make it 4 by 14, and this would, since we didn't even touch the red, it's gonna be what, 10 by 14. Again, they add up to be 1. All right, so you will get full mark here. Then comes number B. Now they're asking me that let's do it here. They're asking that calculate the probability that the 2 counters taken are the same color. So from the bag, I would be taking the counters at random. Like I wouldn't see them, and I would have to find the probability that the counter that I'm taking are the same color. All right, that's the question is asking for. Now there are only 2 colors. That is, one is yellow and one is red. So probability could be something like this. So probability P stands for probability P of counter being same color. Now one thing to keep in mind that always it's always better to before solving the probability, always try to draw a map. Like for example, here I would be taking one red and one red. Like that would make them being the same color, right? So it's gonna be like R and R, and then or yellow or yellow. So that would make them same color, right? And yeah, so for so it's gonna be 10 by 15 times 9 by 14, and if I add, it's gonna be an OR. By the way, OR means, this OR means add, and which is and, it means to multiply. All right, so keep that in mind. So and then yellow and yellow, so 5 by 15 times 4 by 14, this will give us 11 by 21, which is the correct answer. Now let's go to number C. Now this question, this one is kind of hard. It's a bit tricky, actually, not hard, I would say. So let's read it out. So bag B, by the way, all this time we were talking about bag A. All right, so do keep in mind this will come in clutch later. So the question states that bag B, let me use a different highlighter. So bag B, oh shit, bad highlighter, my bad, my bad. Bag B contains 4 red counter and 3 yellow counter. Very nice. So yeah, let us write that down. So bag B. All right, you don't have to always write it down right away. Some people do is that they read the whole question and then they map up, but it's a me thing. I like to just, whatever I read, I just write it instantly so that, I don't have to use my brain much. So bag B contains like what, red is 4 and yellow is 3, so the total is 7. All right, now let's see what the question tells us further. So two counters that have been taken from bag A are both placed into bag B, so that there are a total of 9 counters in bag B. Okay, fair enough. A counter is taken at random from bag B then. Alright. So here's the thing. So basically, from this probability, like this part here, 2 counters are taken, huh? So 2 counters are taken and like they are put it in bag B, which increased the total of bag B. So it's something like this. So think it this way. There could be 3 probability. One is that maybe from bag A I have picked 2 red and put them in bag A, all right? Or there could be this scenario where I take 1 red and 1 yellow and put it in bag B, or I could have taken all yellow and put it in the bag B. So let me just write the scenarios here. So scenario number 1, that is S1, that is scenario number 1. I could have bag B, that is I have taken 2 red here, so red could be 6, yellow would be as it is, so yellow would be 3, and the total would be 9. Total is 9. Then scenario 2, bag B, I have taken 1 red, so it's gonna be 7, 1 yellow from bag A, so it's gonna be 4. Oh, not 7, my bad. It's gonna be 5 because our initial number was 4, right? So if we add 1 red and 1 yellow, it's gonna be what, 5 and 4, which adds up to total 9. Total is 9. All right. So another scenario, that is bag B, I don't take any red, so it's gonna be red 4 and yellow is gonna be 5, so that is total of 9. All right, so let's read the so these are our 3 scenarios of bag B. Okay, and nothing changes in bag A because we are taking it from it now, so nothing changes. So then it's written, given that each of the 2 counters taken from bag A, from bag A and 1 counter from bag B are all the same color. All right, so here they're asking, like until this part they're telling what could be the probability of all of this being at the same color. Let's find out. So I have to find all of them being the same color, right? So it's something like, let's write probability of all being in the same color. So that is it's gonna be red, red and red, then plus yellow, yellow and yellow. So what was my red and red? But I'm taking 1 counter from from bag B. So this will come from bag A, this will come from bag A, and this will come from bag B. This will come from bag A, and B. All right. So look, so from the red, we have 10 by 15 times, then a 9 by 14 times, and what's from bag B? From bag B, it's gonna be, wait, it's gonna be this. Where is that? Wait. From bag B, it's gonna be this scenario where we have taken red from here. To make it the same color. So it's gonna be 6 by 9, because the total is 9, and then we're gonna add them. Then now it's turn for the yellow one. So 5 by 15 times 4 by 14 times, the yellow one is right here, where I have taken 2 yellow here. So it's gonna be 5 by 9. So my probability of all of them being the same color is, let's find out with our calculator. So 10 by 15 times 9 by 14 times 6 by 9 plus 5 by 15 times 4 by 14 times 5 by 9. We get 64 and 189. Now, many of us might jump into the conclusion that we have found our answer, but that is not the case, because we still haven't read this part here. The main boss, calculate the probability that the 3 counters are all read. So what does this question actually mean? So first of all, what we have done until now is that we have found the probability of all of the counter being in the same color. All right, now they're asking us, out of this possibility, like out of this possibility right here, what is the probability that they got all red? Now that is the main question here. To find that, it's very simple. All you gotta do is find the probability of all being red. That is 10 times 15 times 9 by 14 times 6 by 9, which would give us 10 by 15 times 9 by 14 times 6 by 9, that is 2 by 7. All right, but yeah, all right, you found the probability of all being red, but the question was, what is the probability that they got all red from this possibility? All right, from this possibility right here, what is the probability that they got all red? That is this. So we have to write it like this: probability of all red from same color is gonna be 2 by 7. Oh, my bad. It's gonna be 2 by 7 divided by the possibility of the same color, that is this one. All right, right here. So 64 by 189, which will give us, so 2 by 7, 64 and 189. So gentlemen, that is our answer, 27 by 32 answer. Thank you very much for watching. Blah blah blah, bro. I don't even want to say this. Good night.